Who will it be? That's the question surrounding presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden tonight after he said on MSNBC his campaign vetted 4 African-American women for the job. Joining us tonight is Kelly Dittmar, an associate professor of political science at Rutgers University-Camden. Kelly, thanks for talking to us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we don't know who exactly. There have been a few names floating around that we know about, including California Senator Kamala Harris, a former presidential candidate who made national headlines during Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation hearings. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, who also rose to national prominence following the death of George Floyd and her calls for social justice. Former Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams, who's seen as a rising star in the Democratic Party, and Florida Congresswoman Val Demings, who's also a former chief of the Orlando Police Department. So let's say Biden makes his choice and it is an African-American woman. How much of an impact could that make on the election?
This year, the vice presidential choice may matter a bit more for a couple of reasons. One is because Joe Biden is older, and it's possible that he serves 4 years and decides not to run again. So this person is really set up to be the next presidential candidate. So there's more weighing on that. And I also think the choice in this moment can help to mobilize voters.
Biden says he wouldn't necessarily commit to selecting a black woman and that Elizabeth Warren may be at the top of this list. What do you think would happen if his campaign goes that way and doesn't select someone who's a person of color?
Yeah, I think there'll be sort of mixed reactions. There is a lot of support for Elizabeth Warren. If you look at polls, there's a lot of support, and that support comes from communities of color as well, especially when you look at the more progressive voters. So progressive young voters, especially across race and ethnic groups, are enthusiastic about Elizabeth Warren because of her policy positions. But I think there's also a level of disappointment if we don't take this moment and this opportunity to at least try to lift up the voice and the power and the perspectives of a woman of color, and more specifically a black woman in this moment.
Kelly Dittmar, associate professor of political science at Rutgers University-Camden. Thank you.
Thank you.